again. It's Friday night football time. The Invica Sports Game of the Week presented on ABC 27. Brought to you by Faulkner Honda and Faulkner Subaru. We've got a great matchup here at Cumberland Valley at Chapman Field. I'm Todd McCall along with my partner Jerome Presley. Jerome, 1954 was the first time the Cumberland Valley Eagles played a football game here. And it wasn't on this field. It was a nearby pasture. But this facility is beautiful tonight. Talk a little bit about that red and white, the Eagles tradition coming into tonight's ball game.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I think of Cumberland Valley, I think of John Ritchie back in the early 90s when he propelled this team to a state championship. They play fundamental football. They teach fundamental football from the little league ranks through middle school all the way up to the high school players. I call them, they only have two areas. They have championship teams and they have very good teams. Either one is going to be a tough out for any team that comes into Cumberland Valley and tries to beat them.
This is a great test for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. The Central York Panthers, there's a lot of tradition there. What is the keys tonight for this team, the Panthers, on the road to win this game?
Well, the first thing that Central York is going to have to do is they're going to have to learn how to play assignment football. They're going against the Delaware Wing T, which is a heavy run offense that focuses on misdirection and timing. The only way you can beat it is to play assignment football, but you must be able to be instinctive, and that's going to be what Central York is going to have to do. Can they be instinctive, and can they play assignment football and blend the two? They must also capitalize on Cumberland Valley's turnovers or potential turnovers. Last week, Cumberland Valley had 3 turnovers, and they were able to get away with it against a very tough red line team that's still coming along and still playing. For Cumberland Valley, it's important. Limit those turnovers that they had last week, and that'll make things a lot better for them. And then, is it possible that they can have more balance on offense? And that means, can they throw the ball, or do they have to throw the ball? They churned out 54 rushes last week, 54 and over 441 yards on the ground. That's a lot, and that's a lot heavy leaning towards the run game.
Well, let's talk about key players, because you do not have championship football without players. First of all, on the Central York side, there's some uncertainty at quarterback, but I think they found their man.
Right, well, they had 3 quarterbacks to choose from, and Dylan Hose takes over the reins. He had about 73 yards rushing last week, over 100 yards passing. He was the dual threat quarterback that can be very dangerous. Brian Randall is the running back that had 159 yards rushing last week and a touchdown. He's going to be counted on to try to shred this Cumberland Valley defense, which is going to be very difficult. For Cumberland Valley, I call them the 2 T's. Tyler Updegraff, and Tyler Heisey. Tyler Updegraff, 222 yards rushing last week and a TD. The other Tyler Heisey had 91 yards rushing and 17 carries and 3 touchdowns. They propelled that wing T for a lot of yards, and it's going to be tough to stop today if you cannot play assignment football.
Well, we've got a great matchup. York County comes here tonight at Cumberland County. Todd McCall, Jerome Presley, and Invica Sports, presented by ABC 27. Kickoff right after these messages.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars. We sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first, to be sure.
Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong mortgage lender. Call Tammy Zambito at Fremont Mortgage Funding at 717-855-2833 for a no-cost home mortgage consultation or second opinion regarding your home financing needs. Licensed by the PA Department of Banking.
It's Cumberland Valley set to kick. Central York set to receive. The Central York Panthers on the road here today against the Cumberland Valley Eagles. In Jerome, the crowd is coming in, a lot of red and white here. A beautiful facility here in Cumberland Valley at Harry Chapman III Memorial Field. And we are started. Central York is going to have the ball at the 25-yard line, and talk a little bit about coming out right away against this Cumberland Valley defense. Jerome, Central York, they've got to establish the running game like they did last week and maybe put the ball up with the mix. Talk a little bit about what we might see offensively mix out of the Central York.
Well, I'll tell you what, like you said, they definitely want to establish the running game. To me, the running game is that one area where you can definitely set the tone. It's a tone setter. Now, sometimes teams like to open it up with a big play if you can hit it, but if you can hit it in the run game, and they set up in a similar offense, a similar wing T situation.
Hose was under center. He was going to go shotgun. First down and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. The give is up the middle. And right away, just trying to test that middle of the offense, that defense actually. And Cumberland Valley has a lot of starters on both sides, 7 on the defense back, 7 on the offense. They've got a wealth of talent here. And how are they going to penetrate that defensive line? Well,
again, you got to block soundly. You must get out and try to get your offensive linemen to the second level. And that second level, I mean the linebackers and the safeties. And you want to be able to get that push. Once you get that push, that'll give room for those running backs to be able to make some hay in the middle of that defense and get upfield and get positive yardage.
Second down and 6. Called a 4-yard gain on their first play. Shotgun formation. Twins are out to the right. Hose will put it up in the air. Little dump off to Randall on the side. And he's going to get back to about the 29-yard line, coming up to make a great stop for Cumberland Valley. It's number 42, and I tell you what, Teague Spinelli, he's one of the better fullback. You know, he plays fullback, linebacker. You come up, you make the initial hit. He stayed with it, but on the backside, coming up to, as he always does, Tyler Heisey, the fullback we talked about mentioning, he also plays defense, Jerome.
Yeah, he definitely plays defense, and what you see from nowadays with schools this size, you're not seeing as much Ironman football, but you do see that sprinkled around when you have those athletes like Heisey that can do both.
Third down, no gain, shotgun formation, and Twins are getting to the right, 10:32 to play here at Cumberland Valley. They're going to give. Up the middle on the right side, and the host of Cumberland Valley Eagles making a tackle, coming up to make the initial hit, number 79 on the play. That's Daniel Waddell, 6 foot, 215-pound outside linebacker. He's a senior for Cumberland Valley.
And this is a big down for both teams. For Central York, you're looking at a third down, and I think we may have a penalty on the play or stoppage from the officials.
There are flags. We'll have to see what the initial call is. It's going to go against Central York. That'll probably be declined and bring up the punt. Basically, they gained 4 on the first play, no gain on the next 2, and Cumberland Valley defense has a nice hold. That's going to be a punting opportunity, 3 and out, and that's exactly what you want to initiate here if you're Cumberland Valley Eagle defense.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. A 3 and out, again, on defense, we talked about the offensive running game setting the tone. Defensively, 3 and out sets the tone. And for Cumberland Valley, very strong defensive effort to start the game.
Huppergraf will wait, having the opportunity to receive the kick. He will not get it in his hands. And I tell you what, he's a dangerous back when he gets the ball. He's back on the punt receive. And I tell you what, if you get an opportunity to see this kid play, he is, as tonight you'll see, he is something special here at Cumberland Valley.
Well, you'll get a chance to see, we talked about it in the pregame, the Delaware wing T, which, it's been a staple for Pennsylvania football for so many years, and I think it still is, but you're seeing teams, schools, each each year you're seeing more and more schools dropping that off and playing that spread type offense. So it's good to see that homegrown offense that Pennsylvania loves to see, that Delaware wing T. Very hard to defend on. I've defended it in my years, and I just don't want to see it again.
Chris Gralbert is a quarterback, shotgun formation. Heisey with the carry. That's his first carry of the game. He's going to cross over the left side and pick up maybe 3. 9:48 to play, bringing up actually, he picked up about 1, so make it a 2nd down and 9 for Cumberland Valley. This wing T, you'll see this ball staying on the ground a lot. You talked about a little bit, first of all, just knowing your assignment defensively. I'm sure Central New York had a lot of work to do this week.
Oh, you have to, and I think the one thing about the wing T that's interesting, though, is the pass action can be very similar to the run action. And now you're seeing a different set with 2 tight ends and a single back, which is something that you'll see from Cumberland Valley as well. They'll mix it up, and then you saw a different offensive set.
Up to Graf with the carry on the left side. And if you just look at the horses up front and look at the movement and the push up there, when you give that guy a hole like that coming up and busting through that hole, running tough, he has about 185 pounds. He's not the biggest guy you've ever seen on the football field, 5'10", but he's quick and he hits the hole when he gets the opportunity.
Well, these kids definitely work out a lot, and you see the conditioning program for this team, and you're seeing that more and more across the region and across the nation in high school football. It's so much more. Back when I played, you didn't see that emphasis as much as you do now.
Heisey gets the carry over the right side. Looks like he has enough to move the chains, and that's a 1st down opportunity for Cumberland Valley as they continue to push. So far, Heisey, up to Graf and Heisey. 1st down and 10, 8:32. The ball spotted on the 37-yard line. The give is up to Graf, but coming up making a great play for Central York. And I tell you what, it's an amazing stop by Chris O'Brien, junior, 5'6", 155-pound defensive back. I tell you what, he really closed to the ball quickly, Jerome.
Yeah, and that was the one thing we didn't get a chance to hit on is penetration. Defensive penetration can disrupt some of the principles of the wing T. So there you saw that getting upfield, disrupting the handoff, and reading your keys, and you see it. He knew exactly where to go, made a sound tackle. Fundamental football, good play.
Galbraith in the shotgun formation, Cumberland Valley. Galbraith looking to put the ball up, it's going to roll right. And he's short of his intended target, and I tell you what, that's a real dangerous play. And I like the waggle of the movement, actually rolling him out right, but honestly, that ball came up short. It could have been an opportunity for Central York to capitalize. Miles Thomas, the senior, 5'8", 155. If he gets that in his hands, I'm telling you, the afterburners this kid has, he might be in the green touchdown.
Well, that's what we wanted to see. What happens when either one of these clubs get in a situation where they have to throw the ball? Last week, neither of them did. So now they're in a situation where they have to throw the ball. So now we get to see what kind of air assault either of these teams will have.
I tell you what, Galbraith is not afraid to put the ball up in the air. His intended target, the big, tall kid, Gregory Schreffler, he's a senior. He goes 160 pounds, but he's their deep threat. And I tell you what, he throws a pretty nice ball, nice pattern, nice route, lays it up, 2 defensive backs there on the coverage.
Right. The one problem was it hung up in the air a little bit long, and it gave the safety an opportunity to come over and make a play on the ball. That could have been an interception. Could have went either way, but the safety came over, made a play, did enough to disrupt the pass.
Punting opportunity for Cumberland Valley. A low punt. Going to roll a little bit and help Cumberland Valley out here, and it's going to go about to the 27-yard line where Central York stops any type of bleeding that might happen here on this first drive. Central York with the ball. And coming out here in the second possession, really what we've seen a little bit was 2 teams filling it out. I was surprised that Cumberland Valley put the ball up twice like they did with the mix, but you got to stop and take a look at this crowd. Cumberland Valley, there's a lot of pride here in this Eagle student section.
And you see they pack it. I mean, West York brought some fans too, but Cumberland Valley, they have packed these stands. And I always wonder, it's such a big facility on the home side. How would they pack it? Well, this is a huge school too, and they were able to pack it. You see that pageantry of high school football.
Central York was 3 and out on their first drive. Hose rolling right. He's going to keep it. He's going to put his shoulder down and cross the 30-yard line. Coming up to make the initial hits, number 81, Braden Neal, 11, junior, 6 foot, 160 pounds. I mean, there's not a lot of big guys on that Cumberland Valley defense, but they are fast.
And I tell you what, Hose, he puts his head down and he's trying to get and fight for every yard he can. So that lets you know he's a tough competitor. But you don't want to have that many hits on your quarterback and taking sound shots like that throughout the game.
As you said earlier in the telecast, Hose had in our pregame, Hose had 71 rushing yards last year and 122 in the air. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Hose back to pass. Little delay, draw, give. And staying on his feet, crossing the 35, across the 50-yard line is Brian Randall. And you talked about highlighting him in the keys. This is one of the guys you keep your eyes on tonight.
And you just see this is a delay draw play. Randall gets upfield, and that's what you want to do. You want to get north-south when you get that draw. You didn't see Randall dancing around in the backfield. You see him hit a seam, and he hit it hard, and there he was able to get the first down.
11-yard pickup for Randall. I'm impressed with the shotgun formation, and you've seen a lot of trips on the right side for Central York. Little shuffle pass by Hose. And coming up to play on both sides of the field, coming up to make the tackle, number 23, Tyler Updegraff.
And that was Colin George. He gets that carry. Again, you're seeing a lot of variations off of this Central York offense. So that gives you, when you're studying them, it gives you a lot of stuff that you have to look at when you're trying to prepare for them each week. So they're showing a lot of different sets, a lot of different formations. They're making Cumberland Valley have to play all of it. And that's good strategy coming into this game from Coach Livingston.
2nd down and 1 for Central York. The keep is Hose, and I'm telling you what, coming up blasting to make a great tackle, and that's Tyler Heisey from that linebacker position. And I think if you look at the way this kid plays, he is a very effective defensive guy, and being a defensive guy, what do you see in him?
Well, the first thing is he has good size for a linebacker at 5'11", 205. There's not a lot of wasted movement when he comes up and makes the play. He sees, he identifies the ball carrier, he comes up, makes a sound tackle, and that's what you want out of your captain and one of your playmakers on both sides of the ball.
6th play of this drive, ball spot on the 41-yard line, 4:58 to play here in the fourth. Little option to the right. And Randall is going to move the chains, and he's going to point and let the Cumberland Valley Eagles know all about it.
This is a very good drive, Todd. It's just a methodical drive. They have some success. They're throwing a lot of different formations at Cumberland Valley like we talked about, and it seems to be very effective. And now you want to get a chance to look at that Cumberland Valley defense, and you're seeing some of the guys have their hands on their waist already. So this has been a drive that has sapped a little energy off of this team so far.
7th play of the drive, ball spot on the 38-yard line, 1st down and 10 for Central York. Hose in the shotgun formation. He's going to give to Randall on the left side. Not a whole lot there. He's going to get back to maybe actually give him 2, call it 2. Coming up to make the tackle, number 4 is Ryan McGuire.
Good play by McGuire, just coming up. He's filling that gap and just didn't give Randall any opportunities to bounce that play outside.
If you take a look at it, he got basically his left hand on the back of that jersey, indeed. And he held. And how many times you hear coaches say, wrap, wrap, wrap. You do whatever you can to get a hold of that back. 2nd down and 8. They're going to try the middle of that Cumberland Valley Eagles defense. Pick up another 3+ for Brian Randall. That's his 6th carry, and it's the 8th play of the drive.
And you see those big guys up front making the holes for Randall, and they're doing a good job. Watch that push of that offensive line when they fire off the ball.
This drive started on the 27-yard line for Central York. Brad Livingston, let's talk a little bit about the head coach. 32 years that man's been there coaching football, and really, is there very many guys anymore that do this thing for 32 years in football? And
that's for a love of not just the school, but a love for football at the high school level, and you missed that. But the one thing about that is having a coach that's been there that long gives you the foundation of knowing that you know what you're going to get when you come up, and those kids know exactly what kind of coach they have. So I think that's always good to see that. But it's Livingston showing a love for his school and a love for the game, that he's hung in there that long and didn't take another job. I would imagine he had other opportunities that he could have gone to, maybe even in the college ranks.
What started out to be a nice drive has resulted into a punt for Central York, and it's a high punt, and we've seen really a couple real bad punts here early on. But the ball will be spotted on the 16-yard line where Cumberland Valley will have the ball here at Chapman Field. 2:34 to play in the first quarter.
And then you get a good look at that Cumberland Valley deep offensive line, and again, that's that wing T offensive line. Every one of those linemen can move. Every one of them.
Yeah, you see, you look at the size, and you come from Bishop McDevitt last Saturday where we had a game. You look at almost 300-pounders. These guys are 175, 180 pounds. They look like throwback football players. The linemen from the 60s and 70s. But wing T-wise, it looks like every one of them could probably be a fullback in that wing T.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but that's what you get with the wing T. You have to have movement. You have to have linemen that can get upfield. I mean, you look at Cody Macer, who's 5'10", 215 pounds. Brent Wagner, 6'2", 210. Joshua Evans, 6'3", 215. Joseph Lutz, 6', 200, and Matthew McCain, 5'11", 200. That is a relatively small line, but look out front, number 57. Look at him leading that pack. Joshua Evans leading like a fullback.
Up the graph, will move the chains for the Cumberland Valley Indians. And I tell you what, a very effective run, but as you said, led by wonderful blocking up front, and that's where the fundamentals come. We've got a new coaching change here. Mike Whitehead at Cumberland Valley, his first year, and he was really a Tim Rimple cadet. He's a graduate of Cumberland Valley, but you know what? Same old fundamentals, same red and white Eagles.
Same old fundamentals, and when you think about that, is he truly a different coach? I mean, he's grown up in the system, grown up in the tradition, and now he's the head coach. He just basically took over, and he's doing pretty much similar things that he saw and learned from. You know what I mean? So Cumberland Valley didn't miss a beat with this new coach.
1:23 to play here in the first quarter, and we've seen a lot of runs, which means that clock is continually ticking. Galbert's going to give to Heisey. Heisey's going to cross the chain, and that's going to move the actual the chains again. And I tell you what, this is where Cumberland Valley will grind you to death. They will move that ball up and down, and that's going to move the chains. Another first down, ball spot on the 42-yard line. That was up to grab on the carry. Or excuse me, Heisey on the carry.
And you're right. It's an offense that just keeps on trugging, And again, before you know it, you can have a back pop it for a big one. That's the one thing about the wing T. They can go 6 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 8 yards, and all of a sudden you get a 60-yard touchdown on you. So you have to really come up, and there we go.
Just what you're talking about, upper graph, moving down the sideline. Look at the speed. Walk away with it, open up the barn doors and let the man out. Tyler up the grab, touchdown. And just like that, as you called it, Jerome, you called it. And I'm telling you what, you might start changing from that defensive mindset. You might be an offensive coordinator. Take another look at the blinding speed once he gets into the secondary, and boom, he's gone down the sideline.
Well, again, the wing T only has one speed, and it's fast. And it's fast and quick, and it's misdirection. And if you don't read your keys, and what I mean by that is defensive players have assignments that they must follow, and that will tell you where the ball is going to go. And hey, if you're one split second off, you get a touchdown right behind your back.
The snap was down, the kick is up, and it's good. Cumberland Valley Eagles score first. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars. We sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first. To be sure.
Connor Long set to kick after Tyler Uppergrade goes 41 yards, racing down the right side in the wing tee, and Cumberland Valley takes a 7-0 lead here at Chapman Field.
Well, Updegraff showed you some speed on that one. He just turned it on, and he just, he turned on the jets, and he was out.
Miles Thomas will cross the 20-yard line. He's our defensive back. We told you the Central York defensive back, the guy's very quick, very effective. He'll cross the left side, 1st and 10. Ball will spot on the 25-yard line in Central York now. I tell you what will we see out of this drive?
Well, I mean, I think they're still in the game. They had some success on the last drive, being able to establish a running game, being able to mix it up with the formations, and now you have to turn that into points. You can't let Cumberland Valley get ahead of you, but you're only down 7-0. It's still early in the first quarter. You're in good condition if you are Central York.
Hose in a shotgun formation. You'll see that a lot tonight. He faked the pitch, looking downfield, throwing a long ball, and he has a receiver open across the 20-yard line. What a beautiful ball. Coming up to make the play is Zach Emsweiler. That senior's 166, 6 foot tall, 160, and we've got a lot of quick kids on the Central York team. That was an actual I burnt you in the secondary kind of thing.
And look what the line did. I mean, he had a lot of time, got hit at the end, but he delivered a beautiful, beautiful ball. Now we just saw, Hose didn't throw a lot last week, but we saw today he can put the ball on the money, deep ball downfield.
Central York in the red zone, a red zone opportunity, 13 seconds. This might be the last play of the first quarter if they get it off. Ball spotted on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 for Central York. Hose long snap, long count, excuse me. And that's going to be it after the first quarter. Cumberland Valley 7, Central York nothing. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week. More after these messages.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Welcome back. Beautiful view. The sun is slightly slowing down for once here early on, but I tell you what, we've got a beautiful night at Cumberland Valley. Cumberland Valley 7, Central York nothing. The ball on the 18-yard line, 1st down and 10 for Hose and the Central York Panthers. Hose with twins to the left. The give is to Randall. Randall racing, trying to get away from that Cumberland Valley defense, and great pursuit, great tackle by Ryan McGuire. McGuire chased across the field, tell you, in great pursuit, and he definitely hustled.
Yeah, he definitely hustled. I think the one thing about Randall that I do like is that this is the second time that that Randall tried to bounce it outside, and McGuire was right there. So you have a good matchup when they go right. Randall has done or left. Randall has done a good job defensing that.
There was no gain on that first play. 3rd possession of Central York for this first half, 2nd quarter. Twins to the right, Hose shotgun formation. Option pitch, looks like a halfback pass. And the ball's tipped around and it's caught. And they're going to signal a touchdown because he was in touchdown, Central York Panthers. That's what kind of game we might have tonight. That was Zane Knobb, the senior. He's only 5'6", 155 pounds. Halfback pass. The ball was delivered nice by Colin George. Take a look at it.
Well, Knobb pulled this in. A little bit of trickeration, and you saw it froze the entire defensive secondary, and more importantly, the linebackers for Cumberland Valley. And once that happened, that opened up for the pass, and then Holmes comes in and makes the pass and secures it before he gets hit out of bounds, so they're able to possibly equalize.
The snap, good. The extra point up. And just like that, we are tied 7-7. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week. More the second quarter after these messages.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars. We sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first, to be sure.
Zane Knobb catches the halfback pass. The ball fumbled around, entered in his hands to the left of the pylon. Touchdown, Central York. And just like we said, this is going to be a great one. 7-7, this cross-county matchup. York County taking on Cumberland County here at Chapman Field. Delron Simmons takes the ball to the left. It's going to cross the 30 and the 35-yard line, and it takes a whole lot of Central York Panthers to bring him down. Hose has got his money set here. This is where big-time plays need to happen. We'll see, actually, take that back. We'll see what the Cumberland Valley Eagles, how they answer that last touchdown drive. 3 plays it took for Central York to put it in the end zone.
Yes, I mean, just a brilliant idea, though, to run a halfback pass. And I would imagine that may have been the first time they've maybe even shown it this year. Definitely, because last week they just ran the ball, and had so much success for Central York. So that was a good idea to pull that out. The trickeration early in this game.
A quick one to the right. The screen pass from Tyler Kuhn, actually caught by Tyler Kuhn, the senior, 5'9", 155 pounds. He's going to cross almost that 50-yard line, 40-yard line. It's going to be a second down and 4, giving him 6 on the play.
And again, you're seeing both of these teams put it in the air a little bit more this week than they did last week, which I think is very important. You're seeing a little bit more balance from both teams. Last week, they didn't have to have so much balance because they were able to grind the ball out on the ground and establish themselves.
This is the third possession of Cumberland Valley. They have 11 total plays, make it 13 total plays. Now 2 plays, and there is Heisey doing what he does very effectively off to the left side, crossing the 50-yard line and moving the chains, and that's another first down for Cumberland Valley. This kid is, you don't hear a whole lot about him. He is a workhorse, Jerome.
Yeah, he's definitely a workhorse. A guy that I believe that could have an opportunity at the next level with that size. I mean, I think he could do some good things at the Division II level, Division I AA level. He has really good size, and that'll be good for him moving forward as he possibly continues his football career in college.
What are the fixtures here at Cumberland Valley? You always see a great fullback and great tailback at Cumberland Valley year after year. Heisey, another catch, another run, another rush. That's his 7th of this game. Crossing the right side, he's going to pick up about 5, call it.
And one of the staples of the wing tee is this. It's a middle trap, and I know some coaches call it something different, but it's basically a fullback dive when you have the guards pulling, center pulling, and there's this trap right in the middle of the offense. And it's hard to see because the quarterback just kind of goes back, hands it off. You don't even see him hand it off, and before long you have a running back popping through. And Heisey does that very well.
We got flags down on the play. You saw Heisey leading the block. That give was to Updegraff. But let's see if we had holding on the right side, it might appear. That's going to be holding against Cumberland Valley, their first penalty of the night, and that's going to move the ball back. And you know what? You saw Heisey lead the block, and one thing that I noticed is when he squares his shoulders to set somebody up, he's going to put a lot of people on their back this year.
Well, he's a football player. I mean, he's one of those tough Pennsylvania football players. I mean, maybe he may not light up the stat sheet as far as a 40-yard dash or vertical jump or anything like that. But when you get him on the field, he's going to dominate. I mean, he's going to play very well, and you're not going to want to get hit by him. We've already seen him on defense deliver some blows. We see him on offense running through some blows. So you see that he's just a solid football player that just is a great leader for this team.
Second down and 11, bringing him back after that penalty. Fifth play of this third possession. The give is to Galbert. The fake was to Heisey, or shoot, up to Graft on the left side. And that's going to be a fumble, and Central York takes over the ball on turnovers. We didn't even mention the turnovers. Actually, you did mention a little bit in the game. Early in the year, turnovers make the difference in winning championships.
Right, and I'm not sure if the running back just didn't get the ball. It didn't look like a secure handoff, and we'll see the replay right here and get a chance to see exactly what happened on the play.
Actually coming up and he just actually making a great play. Coming up to make the initial hit was number 55, and that was Brandon Combs, the senior. He's 5'11", 255, and I think he just got his hands in there, got a shoulder pad on the ball. It popped out on Heisey.
And once again, we saw penetration on the defense. Defensive penetration can stifle the wing T, and in that situation, just a good, solid defensive play by number 55, Brandon Combs.
Central York's fourth possession of this first half, shotgun for Hose, and we have whistles. So hold right where we are. I think we saw movement on the right side. Let's see what our call was from the field. It's actually a delay of game penalty on the Panthers. That's going to be 5 yards, taking them back to the 42-yard line, first down and 15 for the Panthers. 3 plays it took for a halfback option pass to make it 7-7. Early on, we saw up to Graff on the right side for Cumberland Valley, and that's notched this game tight here. Turnovers is a very, very costly in a tight matchup, cross-county matchup for York County and Cumberland County here at Chapman Field.
Yeah, they're just big time, mistakes that can really cost, and it costs you touchdowns, costs you points, and you give up points sometimes too.
There's the pitch to Randall. Coming up, and I tell you, we've called his name a lot tonight already. On his 5th tackle of the night, that's Ryan McGuire coming up to make the initial hit.
And again, you're seeing, I tell you what, I'm very impressed with how competitive and how well matched up these two teams are. I think, no one really knew. Everyone, you think of the York League, this area is not down in York, so they're not seeing what's happening down there, and they're not seeing necessarily what's happening here. We have the information about the Commonwealth and the big schools, but I'll tell you what, the Central York team is definitely coming in and playing good ball.
Randall giving on the right side. Randall crossed the 30-yard line, and I tell you what, the afterburners were put on. That was a great play, great call by the Central York Panthers.
And Randall got upfield. You see the speed that he can exude, very quick, very decisive. Like I said, there's not a lot of wasted movement with him when he's running with the ball. He's getting north and south as soon as he can. And you saw this. He's east-west right now. Bam, he hits north-south, and there you go, hits the seam hard, almost gets a chance to break that.
On that right side of the camera, we had a beautiful view of number 65, Eric Ramos, who had a beautiful, Ramirez, who just held the block perfectly for the time to get Randall across that right side. Hose is going to keep it to the left side, crossing the 20-yard line, and he got into secondary. When you start to see your safeties, up to Graff come up to make the tackle. When you start to see your safeties making a tackle, you wonder if maybe the Cumberland Valley Eagles might be a little bit tired. Double duty tonight.
But you know what makes that play go, though, is when you have Randall chalking away and chunking yards on his carries. It gives another running back, or in this case, the quarterback, Hose, the chance to get involved. And we saw from last week and what he did last week that he can run the ball very effectively for Central York.
First down and 10. The ball will be spotted at the 14-yard line, 7:38 to play. Hosey gets the snap, looking to go down the field. Thrown in the corner on a timing pattern, and it's going to be incomplete. And he really overthrew that ball. His intended receiver was Max Hadelman. He's 6 foot, 160 pounds. It seems like we're calling a lot of guys tonight at 6 foot and 110 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, 110 pounds. That's
or 160
small.
pounds. I'm 110 pounds.
110
or am I lying?
pounds.
I'm lying.
Yeah, 160 pounds. You just got a lot of players that are the same size.
But we're going to speak about 110 pounds. That was one of the problems with me in ninth grade.
With the whole
That's why I got
thing.
1 or 2 carries a game. Okay, 28
you
sweep.
Didn't get no
28
carries.
sweep was still my special on that right side. Now, if I had a guy
28
like
sweep.
If I had a guy like Heisey blocking for him, I'd have gone for more. Randall off to the left side, crossing the 10-yard line, but we got flags. Looks like it's going to be a holding coming up to make the tackle for Cumberland Valley. Was number 42, Teak Spinelli. Spinelli is a very special linebacker, as is Tyler Heisey. These are 2 guys you could see playing on Saturdays. But right now we got a holding on the left side on Central York. That's going to bring it back.
And I think it could have been on Eric Ramirez. And you see right there, Livingston is livid about that. And I'm not sure if it was Ramirez. It looked like he had a sound block when he pulled. I didn't see him grabbing jersey, but there could have been another call from someone else too.
That's Mike Whitehead, who's taken over this Cumberland Valley Eagles team for the first time this year, and he's keeping that consistency going. Right now he finds his team really there was a big momentum shift after that last touchdown. And Central York seems to have the momentum going. Second down, and that's going to back him up with the penalties. Second down 19, ball spotted on the 23-yard line of Cumberland Valley. End around on the carry. That's 82, the receiver, Zane Knob, who has 1 touchdown in tonight. He was the one that was the reception receiver for that halfback option pass.
And again, you see another different formation. This time a receiver coming in motion and trying to get upfield as well. Now, this is a big 3rd down for Central York, and third and about 13. You got, do you have a play dialed up that can get you that yards, or is this one of those situations where you're in 4-down territory for a Central York team? We saw that, and you'll see that throughout the league and throughout football in general. Not everyone, not every team, not every school has a quality place kicker, so you never know what you're going to get. And some teams, they would prefer to go for a 2-point conversion than an opportunity.
Whitehead shouting instructions to his team. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout. Central York's going to take a timeout. 7-7, 5:13 to play. We have more. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week.
Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong mortgage lender. Call Tammy Zambito at Fremont Mortgage Funding at 717-855-2833 for a no-cost home mortgage consultation or second opinion regarding your home financing needs. Licensed by the PA Department of Banking. Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? Give Brandy Wagoner with Kelly Williams a call today. Born and raised in York County, she knows the South Central Pennsylvania area and can help guide you through all the aspects of the process. Call today at 717-542-2915.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Welcome back to Chapman Field shotgun formation for Hose. Brian Randall, 9 carries, 56 yards. Ball spotted on the 17-yard line, second down and 3. Hose back to pass, and he throws a pretty nice ball, but it's incomplete. His intended receiver, his favorite target, Zach Emsweiler, the senior, 160-pound receiver.
Emsweiler has to pull that in. It hit his hands, and definitely wasn't the best ball thrown, but once it hits your hands as a receiver, you want to be able to pull that in. And that may have, it would have been short, but that may have changed Coach Livingston's thought about should he go for it and try to go for the 6 or go for 3. And he's going to go for a longer field goal here.
Field goal opportunity for Central York. Snaps down. The kick is up, and it is no good, just short. So I like the call because you've got to send your kicking game out sometimes. High school football, we've seen some great ones, especially in Central Pennsylvania, that have gone on to play the next level. That ball was just a little bit short.
Yeah, in a kicking game, I mean, if you have the ability to put points on the board, and if you can't do it by getting a touchdown, you have to try to get 3 on the board. So definitely was a good call. They didn't get it. It's still pinned Cumberland Valley. They're at the 20, which is usually a kickoff return right to the 20. So they're not in a bad situation.
It's a punt.
Right.
to give his Heisey to the right side. Heisey not a whole lot. Central York, a host of Central York Panthers coming in, closing the gap and making a tackle. Up to make the initial tackle was number 55, Brandon Combs, the senior, the 5'11", 255-pound outside linebacker.
Yeah, he comes up, and that's a lot of size coming at you, and you saw the penetration again. They're able to create a loss of a yard for Cumberland Valley.
Loss of 1 for Up to Grab. 4th possession of the half. Heisey's going to pick up another 5, call it, across the right side, and Heisey's been the workhorse tonight.
And I'll tell you what, that's a workhorse that when you get to the 3rd and 4th quarter, it's going to get harder to tackle. Because I guarantee you, he's running hard now. He's going to be running even harder in the 3rd or 4th quarter. That's what you usually get out of those wing T fullbacks. They get stronger as the game goes on. They churn out more yards. They start to invite the contact. And hitting that kind of size, hitting that kind of power when you're already sore and tired, it can wear on you. That's why it's going to be important for Central York to not allow Cumberland Valley to get on them.
Heisey was with the give, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and might call it a loss of 1. That was a 3rd down play, and that's a big defensive stop for Central York.
Big, and I tell you what, I'm very impressed with this Central York defensive line. They are playing good football, and they've let a couple of big runs happen, but for the most part, they're controlling the momentum. They're picking their opportunities to kind of take control of this game.
4:33 to play, 4 possessions for Cumberland Valley, 2 punts. Back to receive. The punt is Miles Thomas. He's a burner. He's a quick one. He's going to have an opportunity here, but not a whole lot there. Cumberland Valley special teams coming up to make the tackle. 5 or 6 red helmets on the play, but really led by, look who it was, number 35, as you said, the workhorse. I know we're going to see this guy, Heisey, play on Saturdays. Talk about the special. He plays everything. He plays special teams, offense, defense. Can you say the ultimate workhorse?
Iron Man, and he's playing Iron Man football, and I think you can't do that unless you're in shape, unless you had a good offseason, unless you had a good preseason.
It's only the 2nd game of the season, Jerome, and you know I love to give the All-Steel Mill Team award. Can we vote even just by the 2nd quarter already?
All-Steel Mill, that's new.
Gives it, well, it's new for you. It's old for me.
Old for you. Old steel, new. All right, I like it. I like the award. We have a lot more games to go yet, but I do like this. I do like this player, though. I think he's definitely one that could be in the running for that.
Hose getting the ball off somehow, and he dumps it off. And I tell you what, it's a miraculous play that he got that daggone ball off. It came out of his hands and caught on the play. Number 87 coming up to make the stop. That's Robert Romey III. Romey's first catch of the game. And take a look at it. I'll tell you what, he was in the grasp almost.
I think this ball was in the air for an eternity. It just was up there. Up, 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 up. Nobody's there. Catch the ball. Bam. And it was just up there in the air for a long time.
I think you're right. I think it was about 4 seconds that ball was in. It looked like a jump shot. A bad jump shot.
Bad jump shot.
Looked like your jump shot.
Pump. Ooh, you went there.
I had to go.
We talking about my jump shot. I get 3s.
Shotgun formation. Hose is going to keep it climbing on the right side. He's going to pick up about 2 yards, call it. Ball was at the 46. Actually, let's make it 4 yards. That is going to be a 2nd down and 6 with 3:38 to play. Cumberland Valley here on their heels a little bit. They look a bit tired. They've got a lot of guys playing both ways on that side.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like Hose's aggressiveness as a quarterback, but that's the 2nd big shot he took. You know, and you got to remember, Hose is not a big kid. He's only 6 foot, 155 pounds. I mean, that's on the thin side. So he has to be careful to take those shots. And throughout the year, if he continues to do that, that could potentially wear on him.
Hose has put the ball up 7 times. He's kept it 4 times. Randall on the left side. That's his 10th carry. He has 56. Call it 3. Make it 59 yards in the first half. And he also has been the workhorse here tonight. But I like the speed. If you do not wrap this kid Randall, he will get in the secondary, and I think he's gone.
Well, look at that offensive line. They did a good job. And the difference between this offensive line is Cumberland Valley's. Central York has a bigger offensive line. Shane Walker, 6 foot 260. Zane Santos, 6 foot 225. Eric Ramirez, 6'2", 255. Nate Stevens, 6'1", 220. And Carson Venn, 6'3", 220. So, you know, you have the Cumberland Valley offensive line that's barely 200, and these guys are in that 220 to 255 range. So definitely different concepts, different offenses, bigger line.
First down and 10, the ball spotted on the 36. That's Randall on the right side. Look at him keep the feet. And you know what? He really has Great fundamentals for a back. Stays on his feet, stays low to the ground, square shoulders. Can you talk about what you see at that running back? And look at the feet as they keep pumping.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he plays stronger than his size indicates. I mean, they have him listed at about 170 pounds. He plays bigger than that. I mean,
stronger. He plays stronger.
Exactly. And you see him. He bounces off tackles. He's not easy to bring down, but then he has the speed to go with it. And I wouldn't be surprised if he cracks a big one. And once he gets in the open field, I think he's going to be hard to chase down if he gets there. So right now, Cumberland Valley is they're done filling each other out. Now it's about playing football and trying to get one up on the other. And right now, a very good contest between these two clubs.
Central York's had the ball 5 times. This drive, 6-play drive. And I tell you what, they're very effective. One of the things you didn't really mention, you kind of alluded to, and that is really possession control. You talk a lot about that in other telecasts. Possession control. When you're on the road, if you can handle the rock and keep the rock in your hands. Now, they had a fumble recovery that set up something. Really, 1 turnover in this game. They've been penalized twice. Cumberland Valley's been penalized twice. But we have a fairly fundamental game. But that clock's rolling as they're climbing this clock, eating this clock on this running game.
Yeah, and that's what the running game gives you. It chews up clock and it takes that control, and it keeps the momentum going on your side. And right now, it's very close of a game.
Shuffle pass, which looked like, if you looked at it, Drum, it was a shuffle pass set up with an option for Randall.
Yep.
And I tell you what, if that dump off was there, because Cumberland Valley bit on the actual shuffle pass, and I really think Randall kind of wanted it. He was calling for it.
He definitely was, and you see Brad Livingston again. He's going deep in the playbook. I mean, Cumberland Valley seeing a lot. For whoever plays Central York next, they're going to have to defend a lot of things.
Talk about that game film.
A lot of things. I mean, you're seeing different formations regularly from Central York, which I think it's great. That gives other teams, they have to prepare for so many different things, and I guarantee you they have probably 40 plays off of each set that they have.
3rd down for Central York. Flags on the left side. Looked like there was early movement. Hose is going to keep it. He's going to pick up the 1st down, but I think this one's coming back. Hose has he's very effective with the ball in his hands. He's very quick.
Tough.
He's tough to see. But there was flags. And is this flag going to be quick? Yeah, it's going to hold up where we are. I think I saw early movement on his left side. We'll see what our call is from the field.
Yeah, Hose is a tough kid. I think the one thing you can see that about him. He's a tough kid. He's not going to lay down for anyone. The issue that I have, though, is try not to take so many shots. He's delivering shots like he's 200 pounds.
Yeah,
and I think that's the thing that's concerning me more than anything else when you're looking at the long-term health of him over the course of a year of solid football. So, good athlete, though. Very fast, good athlete. We're seeing a lot of leadership from him.
I think we had an illegal shift on Central York on the left side. That's going to move them back, put another 5 on it. It's 3rd down and 10.
So right now we are seeing Central York with these penalties that are costing them, and they're costing them good gains in yardage, and that's what you don't want to do against CV. You can't give this team any extra incentives or any extra possessions or taking possessions away from you.
Central York 5 possessions, 7 plays on this drive. The screen set up. He's going to get rid of it, but boy, did he take a hit. I tell you what, Hose took a heck of a hit coming up to make it. Square right, hit him right in his chest. Bradley Hanshaw, the junior, he's 5'11", 195 pounds, and he busted the whole screen. Was set up really nice. But man, like you said, you just mentioned Hose taking shots, and he really took a shot, bringing up a 4th down and 5.
And that's Ryan McGuire again on the defense, number 4. He's having a solid game from that defensive linebacker secondary, or I think he's a halfback / linebacker in there.
You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week. More after these messages.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
You hear Camp Hill had to forfeit that game last week. Illegal player. Yeah.
Welcome back to Chapman Field. We've got a couple scores in. Camp Hill 14, Shippensburg 6. Bishop McDevitt, Central Dauphin, a great Commonwealth matchup, our Keystone Commonwealth foes. 7 for Bishop McDevitt, 7 for Central Dauphin. 4th down and 5. They're going to keep it. Central York looking for a 4th down possession here. Throwing down the field, and he had a receiver. Hose had him wide open and overthrew. I tell you what, Max Haldeman, he gets in that secondary. He was wide open.
He definitely was. He definitely was. And you saw the secondary for Cumberland Valley they're talking to each other. Tyler Kuhn is talking, and they're saying what happened. There was a miscommunication there, which caused a busted play in the secondary, which would have gave up a touchdown. And I guarantee you, Coach Livingston is circling that play in his playbook, saying, you know what, we're going to come back to that later.
Well, it's going to give the ball back to Cumberland Valley, 49.8 on the clock. 1st down and 10, ball's going to be on the 31-yard line, Cumberland Valley's own 31-yard line. That's a reverse give. It was up to Updegraff. Great play call, and he gives it. And I tell you what, can you explain that play? Because that misdirection coming back from the other side, that's Simmons got the ball. Simmons very quick to the ground.
Yeah, Simmons is one of the wide receivers or wing players in the wing T, and sometimes you'll get that, and your goal is to get the action going one way. That means the flow. The offensive lineman blocking a certain way, the running backs going all one way, but you got to look, though, because there usually is a pulling guard from the other side coming the other way. That's the key that it's hard to see when you have that miscommunication and all that stuff going on. It's hard to see, and then you see that ball come back around. Many times that can bust open for a long game. I tell you, the wing T is, you're talking about trying to defend it.
Right.
If you don't run it yourself, you can't duplicate that in practice.
Right.
Cumberland Valley's been doing the wing T forever. I mean, these kids wake up. They come out of, when they're little kids, they're doing the wing T. They're doing the wing T in the backyard. So
yeah, in the Pee Wee football leagues and the midget football leagues.
It's repetition.
Right.
It's not an offense that you can just go out there and throw out there and think you can do it or practice it. You got to see it, and you got to do it consistently, and that's what Cumberland Valley does. But that play, brilliant play.
Well, Updegraff gave it to Simmons, and Simmons is only 5'6", and I don't think the defensive lineman of Central York could see it. Gilbert's rolling right, and he's going to have to keep it. And he's going to get out of bounds, which is going to stop the clock. It's going to bring up 35 seconds to go. Cumberland Valley used their last timeout. 1st down and 10.
And Galbraith,
2nd down and 10, excuse me.
I like what he did. He didn't take any unnecessary contact. He didn't need to. So he steps out of bounds. There's no need to.
Stop the clock.
Stop the clock. Step out of bounds. No contact. He's still feeling healthy and feeling fresh. I tell you what, on the other side, Hose wouldn't have went out of bounds.
Yeah.
I think Hose
he
would have stuck that shoulder down with his 155-pound self, and he's trying to take him on, and that's the different mentalities of the quarterbacks. Both are effective, though.
2nd down and 6. Galbraith rolling to the right, throwing, but they're going to call it incomplete. It looked like it hit the ground first. His intended receiver was Simmons. Incomplete, bringing up 3rd down with 29 seconds to play here in the half at Chapman Field.
And this is where the wing T can stall when you're trying to make up big chunks of yardage and you're throwing the ball, because there's not tons of pass plays that come out of the wing T. You have to go into a totally different formation, which many teams don't practice all these different formations because you're trying to get the timing down of the wing T.
Simmons had an opportunity there. He couldn't hold on to it, and he's very mad. But then, did he take a hit or what? And you know who came up to make it? Randall came up to make a snap. You see a lot of a hit. You see a lot of guys playing both ways here. In both these football programs, if you look on the sidelines, there are a lot of kids out there. Right. There's 55, 60-plus kids out here on these football teams. But you see a lot of these offensive starters playing defense as well.
Well, you want to get the best players on the field, too, even though you have the numbers. And you see a guy like Randall for Central York, and then on the other side, you see Tyler Heisey. I mean, these guys are football players. They're great athletes. They're great football players. So, you want them on the field, and if they got to play Ironman football, then they have to play Ironman football. But here's what amazes me with Ironman football. Many times, none of these guys get hurt in high school. And then you get somebody that plays one way in college, and they're iced up all the time.
That is so true.
So it's just,
you wonder about that.
It's just different. Well, I think a lot of it has to do with just the size of the athlete you're playing against. The collisions are more violent. It is a different atmosphere.
5 possessions for Cumberland Valley, 3 punts, and that ball is going to be spotted about the 18-yard line.
12 seconds to go, and you might just see Central York be very happy with a 7-7 tie here on the road. Will they take a knee?
You know, I would imagine. I don't know. I mean, I think it wouldn't be a bad thing to take a knee. I think at this point you're 7-7. You're on the road. You're playing good football right now. Your defense has held Cumberland Valley to 7 points.
There's a future cheerleader for the Cumberland Valley Eagles, and look, I think she's trying to decide what to do with that cone, and she's going to get a little bit of coaching advice right there. What do you think she said? Hey, look, change it the other way.
I think she just said it was the cutest thing I ever seen.
I think so. Spoken truly of a dad with daughters, right?
Absolutely.
And just like that, Central York will take the knee. 10 seconds, clock ticking. 7-7 here, Cumberland Valley 7, Central York 7. We've got a great matchup. More Faulkner Subaru halftime show, and we'll be here with your PHFA first half highlights after these messages.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
2 Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Well, we had to bump in pregame. We had to bump Don Perry and Matt Smith, their picks. Let's take an opportunity here at halftime to see who Don Perry at Faulkner and Matt Smith at Faulkner picked for this night's matchup.
This week's Pick of the Week brought to you by Faulkner Honda. This week we have 2 powerhouse teams in Central York and Cumberland Valley. Cumberland Valley is the home team in this game. So, Leo, what do you think?
I think Cumberland Valley's offensive line is going to dominate the game with their running game and the wing T offense. I think they take a win tonight.
Well, I got to tell you, West York has a powerhouse team, big running game, and last week they beat West York 41-6. And combined, both teams only threw 11 passes last week.
I agree with you there, but I think it comes down to defense as well. I think defensive line in Cumberland Valley does a little bit better. That's where it's really going to come down to.
Well, I got to tell you what, I have a little bit of history. Cumberland Valley's old coach, Tim Rinfel, was my coach at McDevitt many years ago. Tim is not there this year, but I think he still has a big effect on that team. And my pick this week has got to be Cumberland Valley.
I agree with you, Don. I think Cumberland Valley takes the win tonight.
There you heard it, our pick of the week, Cumberland Valley. And you can take that pick to the bank in your new Honda from Faulkner Honda. So this week, a big game for Penn State, first home game this season.
Can't wait for the opener. I think big things are coming down the road.
Christian Hackenberg, what a game last week. Made some errors you would expect a freshman to make, but overall a tremendous game, something I think we were all waiting to see.
Absolutely. Also, our local boy's going to play a little bit. Adam Bremen is going to be there.
And that's great to see. You know, you never wish injuries upon a team, but with some tight end injuries, Adam might have a chance to get some more playing time. And
Absolutely.
It's nice to see a local boy like Adam and Adam do very well and fit into the team. So this week's pick, obviously Penn State. I'm going to go with a score of 35-7.
I'm going to go a little bit higher. I think we score 40+.
Well, either way, I think we cover the spread, which I think is 23 points in this
Absolutely.
game. All right, there you have it. Cumberland Valley and Penn State. Have a good week.
Great week.
Welcome back to Faulkner Subaru halftime report. Top of the call, Colonel Presley. Cumberland Valley leads tied 7-7 with Central York. We'll have more football matchup when you get back, and your PHFA first half highlights after these messages.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to to professional sports. Wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking. Exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars, we sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first, to be sure.
This week's Pick of the Week brought...
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? Give Brandy Wagoner with Kelly Williams a call today. Born and raised in York County, she knows the South Central Pennsylvania area and can help guide you through all the aspects of the process. Call today at 717-542-2915. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong mortgage lender. Call Tammy Zambito at Fremont Mortgage Funding at 717-855-2833 for a no-cost home mortgage consultation or second opinion regarding your home financing needs. Licensed by the PA Department of Banking. The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
Welcome back to the Faulkner Subaru Halftime Show, and we have a great one here. Central York 7, Cumberland Valley 7. Let's roll the highlights, bro.
And I think
the Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch.
Seeing two teams that put up a lot of points the week before. They're coming in. The competition level has gone up significantly from last week to this week. So you're seeing these two teams playing some really good, solid defensive play.
You see Updegraff busting up the right side. You kind of called this. You said the wing T, 41-plus yards. Updegraff had 6 carries and 74 yards in their first half. And this right here, this highlight shows his afterburners once he gets in the secondary.
Yeah, definitely afterburners. He took that ball, just took it upfield.
And then the halfback pass, the ball was snapped around, and Zane Knob catches the ball. And look at this. Delivered pretty well by the halfback, but puts it in his hands. It was initially tipped, but they stayed with it. Knob stayed with it to tie the game up at 7-7. And inside the numbers, Brian Randall, 11 carries for Central York on 65 yards. Heisey for Cumberland Valley, 10 carries for 48 yards. So they're over 100 Heisey up to Graft, and that's what we expected here in the first half.
Yeah, we definitely expected that. And now, coming into the second half, both the coaches are for Central York, let's talk about not making mistakes, going off sides, penalties that have cost them yardage in the game. And on the other side, Cumberland Valley being able to sustain drives, sustain first downs, limiting those turnovers. There was just one with the fumble, but that was a big one. So you want to make sure that you talk to the kids. Both teams are in the game. If you're Central York, you're feeling really good. You came on the road from York to come up here against a tough Cumberland Valley team, and it's 7-7 at half. So you're not only just in the game, you're a part of this. You're in this for the long haul. So you have to feel good if you're Central York. If you're, Cumberland Valley, you're thinking, you know what? We have to do some things to get some more points on the board, because they haven't done that really right now, and they haven't been able to sustain drives and put points on the board.
Let's talk about some big matchups across the Commonwealth and Keystone here in Central Pennsylvania. Central Dauphin East, the game of the week, Central Dauphin East 7 and Susquehanna 7. Big surprise? I think it's a bit of a surprise. Central Dauphin 14. Yes, Bishop McDevitt 7. Talk about that one for a second.
Well, I mean, first of all, both of those games, we'll talk about the Central Dauphin, game against McDevitt. And I think that game, McDevitt, I think, has the edge in many people's minds because they're pretty stacked. People seem to forget the Central Dauphin, they're coming off a state title just a couple of years ago. So that talent is still there, and they're still pumping out talent. Very, very good offensive line for the Central Dauphin Rams. So that game, believe me, is nowhere near over. The CDE Susquehanna game, I mean, I kind of suspected that would be close, at least in the first half, because I think CD East, sometimes they get overlooked for the athleticism that they have. So not saying that would be the end result, but I did feel that they had the ability to come in and play a real tough half, at least. Well, we'll see what happens, because that Susquehanna Township team is very tough, too.
Well, we have continued great matchups on Friday nights. In a couple weeks, Susquehanna Township, Bishop McDevitt. Tonight, got Cumberland Valley 7, Central York 7. You're watching the Faulkner Subaru halftime show. More PHFA first half highlights after these messages.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong mortgage lender. Call Tammy Zambito at Fremont Mortgage Funding at 717-855-2833 for a no-cost home mortgage consultation or second opinion regarding your home financing needs. Licensed by the PA Department of Banking. Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? Give Brandy Wagoner with Kelly Williams a call today. Born and raised in York County, she knows the South Central Pennsylvania area and can help guide you through all the aspects of the process. Call today at 717-542-2915.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete, with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars. We sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first. To be sure.
Coordinator is Anita Truax. history, winners for success and leadership in the 21st century. Go Panthers! Ladies and gentlemen, time to step out those 50-50 tickets. We have our winner. We have two prizes tonight. First prize is for 50-50, and that's $500. $500 if you have the lucky number 153303. That's 153303. And for a $200 gift certificate from Pearl Vision of Capital City Mall. You have to do a camera doctor right today. See all the amazing products Pearl Vision has to offer. Lucky number from Pearl Vision, 8090. If you have either of those lucky numbers, take them to the landing in front of the press box on the left side as you look at the press box. Once again, take your winning ticket to the landing in front of the press box at the top of the stairs and play your prize. Your winning numbers also being posted on the board. Good luck.
It's second half time. Cumberland Valley 7, Central York 7. Cumberland Valley had 145 total yards on offense. Central York 203. We want to thank Jeff Kaufman of Carlisle Sentinel and David Bohr of Patriot News helping us out with some of our yardage and spots here tonight. It's nice for the gentlemen to join in and give us the help there. Cumberland Valley, first half, 145 yards to the 203. A little bit more unexpected from me. Give me your input, Jerome. 203 total yards offensive for Central York. That's very impressive in first half against a very good Cumberland Valley defense.
Yeah, I think it is definitely very impressive, and more importantly, what they've done defensively has been big. You figure last week, Cumberland Valley was able to put up, over 400-plus yards in just running the ball. Central York, again, the competition level has stepped up this week. So I'm not surprised by that. I think we saw two good defensive teams battling it out, and we're in for a treat for a second half.
Simmons takes the kick, crosses the 30-yard line, still on his feet. He has some afterburners, crossing, almost getting back to the 50-yard line, setting up a great second half. Looks like a little bit of extra motivation by Coach Whitehead and his Cumberland Valley Eagles here to start the second half.
And that's exactly what you wanted, is a tone setter to start the second half. And you see Simmons, let's talk about this. Kick returners, little guys that are kick returners, that's how you return a kick. You get north, south. You hit the seam, and big things happen. You don't want to dance around back there and try to pick out where you want to do what you want to do when you're not going forward. So you hit the seam, you hit it hard, and you get those yardage, and possibly you can break it.
Gilbert rolling right, looking to throw it. Galbraith is incomplete. His first pass of the second half, again, 145 total yards. And he does what he needs to do. Now, he's a solid quarterback, good size, good shoulders. He won the job, and they had a little bit of what I would say, it was kind of up for grabs here at Cumberland Valley, that quarterback position.
Right, and Cumberland Valley, like many of the Commonwealth schools, they're big schools, so there's a lot of numbers, and sometimes you could have 6, 7, quarterbacks, and you're trying to narrow that down to 3. And then when you have an open competition, typically the best man wins.
Give us the upper grab coming across the left side, still staying on his feet. Thought he was going to be brought down, but he keeps moving and coming up to make the tackle. 34 on the play. That is Eliza Stroman, a sophomore, 5'7", 170 pounds.
And I'll tell you, Stroman, if he didn't make that play, that could have been a significant gain for Updegraff upfield. He had a head of steam, and Stroman got the jersey and was able to corral Updegraff and stop that long game.
7 carries for 79 yards on the night for Updegraff. He had 221 last Friday, excuse me.
You have him playing every day.
I got him playing every day. He looks like he's going to play every day. Little overthrown by Gilbreth. And we got flags on the play, and I don't know, was that roughing the pass or did somebody hit him late?
Well, I'm not sure, because I thought he crossed the line of scrimmage. So I'm not, at that point, unless they're going to say defenseless receiver or too many linemen downfield. But I thought he was, he may have even got close to crossing the line of scrimmage on that one.
Well, we'll take another look at it. Yeah, he was definitely over the line of scrimmage, so I'm not sure if there's maybe holding on this left back side here. We'll see what the call was. I didn't get the call. Well, here we go. Let's take it to the field. I'm barely anticipating that call, aren't I, Jordan?
Fourth down, automatic. Yeah, I think he crossed the line of scrimmage. Yep.
It's going to be a loss of down. That's going to bring on the punting team for Cumberland Valley. They've had 6 total possessions and 3 punts. Not very characteristic of Cumberland Valley tonight. As we said, 145 yards first half, not bad. But when you look at what Central York did, they had 203.
And you have to give credit to Central York. They're playing good defense, solid defense. They're giving up some plays, but not enough where they're making a difference.
Connor Long had a nice punt, but great coverage by Cumberland Valley. And I thought for a second that might have been a fumble, but holding on to it was
definitely
Miles Thomas.
Was.
He came back to get it.
He came back in. It did hit the ground, but I think it hit right in front of him. He was able to dive right on it, which was very, very lucky for them. You give up. If you were Central York and you gave up a fumble on that play, you just set Cumberland Valley up for a potential go ahead touchdown.
No doubt about it. And right now, how crucial. 7-7 tight ball game, third quarter, 10:50 to play. Got to protect the rock. Hose is in a shotgun formation. Hose giving off to Randall. Randall, he was a workhorse in the first half. We mentioned it earlier that this kid has afterburners. He has that ability to get in the secondary. He showed it in the first half with the really 11 carries for 65 yards, 12 carries. Give him 3 more there, put him over 70 yards on the night.
And let's see what Central York has here. I mean, you know, they came out, had a good quality stop on defense, and now if they can get some points on the board, they can definitely get command of this offense or this game as a whole.
Hose keeps it again. That's his 4th carry of the night. Coming up to make the tackle, number 42 on the play for Cumberland Valley. That was Teague Spinelli. Spinelli's name's been called. He's 7 tackles on the night, but it's going to be a holding call on Central York. That's their 4th penalty of the game, and that's going to drop him back.
And you see the coaches are just, you know, they're definitely frustrated about that. And I mean, they've had opportunities to kind of build on the momentum, and they keep shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties that keep backing them up. So I know the coaching staff probably talked about it in the locker room at halftime, but yet it's still happening now.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 15-yard line.
That's going to move the ball back to the 15-yard line. They're backed up in their territory. Here's an opportunity. Let's see what Cumberland Valley brings on defense. Talk defense for a moment. What do you look at a play like this? 2nd down and pretty much West Virginia to go. 2nd down and 17 for Hose and the Central York.
Well, I mean, you go get the quarterback, because unless, you know, the problem is Central York, they may do some trickeration again.
Give the Randall his 13th carry. He's off to the left side. Not a whole lot. Wrestled down. Comes up making a great play for Cumberland Valley is Tyler Kuhn.
And you're able to be aggressive. When you have that down in distance, you're able as a defense to be aggressive, allow your defensive to peel off, especially those linebackers and linemen, to go after the ball carrier, zone blitz, run blitz, and get to the quarterback or get to the running back. And there you saw every gap was filled. No running room for Randall.
No gain for Randall on that play. His 13th carry of the game. He's had 69 yards on the night. Play action, rolling to his right, looking downfield, and ooh, he floated that pass through the receiver's hands. And I tell you what, if Heisey gets a hold of that, he's going in the end zone, touchdown for Cumberland Valley. And the crowd likes what they see here now for the Eagles. They're trying to get that momentum back. They really lost that momentum in the first half, but look how dangerous this pass is.
This was definitely a dangerous pass, but this is what the penalty did for Central York. Because what it does is it takes you out of your play calling where you have to do some different things, because you can't get it all back in one chunk. You hope to, but you can't always do that. And now you set up Cumberland Valley to get possibly good field position, especially with the punting game being the way it's been for Central York.
Up to grab the punt is blocked. It's going to bounce around. It's going to be picked up. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And Cumberland Valley will have excellent field position, 1 yard shy of the red zone. Actually, no, they're going to mark that ball, what, the 19-yard line.
Right. And again, we go back to the penalty that started the whole meltdown of that drive. And it culminates in a blocked punt, which is not a good thing. That's not what you need.
That's going to give the Eagles ball on the 21-yard line. And I tell you what, they've waited for that big play tonight. Cumberland Valley Eagles needed it. Here's a quick pitch to Updegraff to the left side. He's going to keep it, looking for a block. In squaring shoulders, brought down by a host of Central York Panthers.
Yeah, I think Central York did a good job of stringing that out, and that's what you do. You string it out. You put the defensive blocker on your inside shoulder. You let that outside shoulder be available, and that keeps you going towards your right side, going towards the sideline. And they strung out Updegraff where he really didn't have many running lanes, but he was still able to get 6 yards on the carry.
Updegraff, 8 carries, 80 yards, looking to get 100 tonight. 221 last week. The give to Heisey. Heisey bouncing off the left side. That's his first carry of the second half. That's 11 carries for him. And he's going to pick up 5 in the first down.
And that's what Heisey can do. When now you're in the red zone. Now you can open up the playbook a little bit, do a lot of different things in the red zone to get in the end zone, or just do your Novocaine. Straight ahead, wing T football, straight fullback dive, and that's what you saw in that play.
First down and 9. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line. 7:52 here in the third quarter. Updegraff running really hard. He's going to stay on his feet, and is he in? No signal yet. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the goal line, probably on the 1-yard line. Updegraff running very hard. He's signaling for the touchdown. He's looking around to see if he can find some support. No doing the ball. Second down, spot on the 1-yard line. You go back to him and give it to him for his second one of the night?
I mean, either one of those backs you can give the ball to. I mean, they both, I think, do very well in short yardage. So I think Heisey definitely. I mean, I don't think I've seen him go backwards at any time either the entire game. So I think either way you're okay. The wing team gives you options. And there you go with a full house backfield as they bring in number 42, Timothy Spittle.
Heisey is going to be in. Touchdown, Cumberland Valley Eagles. He's going to fight and grind for it. That's Heisey, the workhorse, off the left side. Touchdown, number 35, his first of the night, and that was his 12th carry, and giving 54, 12 for 54 tonight. Touchdown, Cumberland Valley Eagles to take the lead here in the second half. Much needed. Block punt set up this touchdown, Jerome.
Definitely much needed, and again, I apologize. It was 42, Timothy Spinelli, who came in that full house backfield. And again, that mistake that was made by Central York gave Cumberland Valley not only the momentum, but it just gave them more life altogether. And it was a bad timing on that penalty, which really forced the issue for Central York. And now they're down 14 or possibly 14-7.
We're going to see what the flags were if this goes against Cumberland Valley. It's set up a little bit longer extra point, and that, I'll tell you what, comes very crucial. That's going to be offsides on the defense, Central York, their 5th penalty of the game. Christian Harrell will have the hold coming up here. Let's make sure what we have to call. Again, offsides on the defense. Cumberland Valley looking to the sideline to see. I tell you what, you go and do you say heck with this? Let's just. Oh, they're going to kick it. Okay, offsides. We're going to redo this. It's going to be declined. Extra point, up and coming from the kicker, Connor Long. The hold is Harrell. The snap, the hold. Harrell gets it down. It's up and good. 14 on the board for Cumberland Valley, 7 for Central York. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week. More after these messages.
Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong mortgage lender. Call Tammy Zambito at Fremont Mortgage Funding at 717-855-2833 for a no-cost home mortgage consultation or second opinion regarding your home financing needs. Licensed by the PA Department of Banking. Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? Give Brandy Wagoner with Kelly Williams a call today. Born and raised in York County, she knows the South Central Pennsylvania area and can help guide you through all the aspects of the process. Call today at 717-542-2915.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
We've got a nice crowd here at Chapman Field. Cumberland Valley takes the advantage of a block punt. Heisey, 1-yard drive, pounding it on the left side, set up by Updegraff. And the Cumberland Valley Eagles take the lead just when you think maybe the momentum had shifted so greatly in Central York's favor. Cumberland Valley Eagles come right back at it, Jerome.
Yeah, you can't make mistakes against them, too many mistakes against them before they make you pay for it.
Up the seam, going down like a madman, number 82. Zane Knob, and Knob has an early touchdown on an actual halfback pass, and he found a gap on a very bad punt or kick.
Again, he hit it.
And he hit it very hard. And I tell you what, one of the things you see in the kicking game, maybe that's something they're going to go come Monday, maybe take a look at. If you see where he picks it up, it was a bad snap, and then boom, he just busts and makes a move on the kicker, bust outside, and coming up making a great tackle, the saving tackle, tying tackle is Ryan McGuire.
I mean, right up the middle, and that's what you want to do. You want to get the ball on kick returns and hit the seam. no dancing around. So you had 2 returns that were very, very good. Simmons for Cumberland Valley, and then you see it on the other side. So you got 2, Hose doing the same thing. So we got a good game here today.
Ball spot at the 41-yard line. The give is to Randall. We got flags down. Randall's finding room, low in his shoulder.
That was a hold,
That's
clear
be a
hold on number 82, Zane Knob. And it was Knob on the kick return. I apologize. But, yeah, clear hold on the outside, and that's going to come back. And once again, first play, right after a good kickoff return, they have a holding penalty that's going to back them up.
That's their 6th penalty of the half, and back them up.
And while we're waiting for the penalty to get marked off, I want to talk about some scores in the area. Greencastle Antrim 17, Boiling Springs 0, Cedar Cliff 9, Southwestern 7, Chambersburg. I tell you what, that's a good Chambersburg team. They're up 19-0 over Waynesboro. The big one from Central Dauphin and Bishop McDevitt, they are even at 14-14. Redland 27, Carlisle 23, and then Susquehanna Township is down 19-7 against CD East.
Coming up making the tackle in the backfield. Hose tried to get out to the right. Coming up making the tackle is Heisey. Heisey to do everything. He has 12 carries for 54 yards. He has 8 tackles tonight. And he chased down Hose on the backside. Which position, he puts on some weight. He puts on another, 20 pounds of more muscle, and he's a fullback. Do you see him more in the natural spot at linebacker, or do you see him at the fullback at that next level?
I think he'll have a chance to, well, now that I think about it, it's more about, it's in the eyes of the beholder. It's
right.
What you see, what recruiters see him as, and what he's willing to go there. Now remember, he could go there to be a fullback or running back, and they change him when he gets there. So it can be different either way.
Cumberland Valley has elevated their game in the second half. Brady Morse comes and gains the sack. Teague Spinelli on the drive. Heisey on the roll, and coming up making a beautiful play. And you just look at the pursuit here. Heisey rolled to his left, had to come back to the other side, and boom.
And you saw
Brady Morse coming up, making a great tackle.
Exactly. You saw great coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what made that sack happen. It was a coverage sack. There was no one open, to go with the ball for Hose, so he had to eat it. So he ate the sack.
He's got a long way to go. Hose and Central York Panthers, 3rd down, 31 yard. 3rd and 31.
And it all started with the holding penalty to start the drive.
Fussy shotgun formation. You had your trips to the left. Hose back to pass, looking downfield. And that ball floats up, and it's going to be intercepted by Tyler Kuhn. Kuhn on the left side, and he's going to be brought down. And right now, things are just sort of unraveling here in the second half for Central York.
Exactly. And I mean, penalty started off, and then it forces you into a whole different mindset offensively. And now you have a team that is more of a running team that passes, when they want to, is now starting to throw the ball when they have to. And that's when Cumberland Valley knows they're doing that. They can prepare for it,
right.
And they come after the quarterback. And now you see mistakes happening, turnover for Cumberland Valley.
Cumberland Valley will have the ball on the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10, 4:41 to play in the 3rd quarter, and the momentum is shifting. And there's Kuhn getting the crowd up, and you can hear the response. The red and white, they're painted up here tonight, and there's a big crowd on the Cumberland Valley side.
I mean, that is a wonderful sight to see. I always enjoy seeing big crowds at high school games across the Commonwealth. I mean, it just shows you that football is not just alive, it's thriving in Pennsylvania all the way around, from out west to the Philadelphia area to up north. It's just great to see Central Pennsylvania football as well.
Simmons in the flat, crossing the 40-yard line. He'll take the pass from Gilbert.
And that deep sign on it comes up and make a brilliant tackle on the play that keeps that to a very short gain.
He'll pick up only 1 on that pass in the flat. 3rd possession of the second half for Cumberland Valley. 2nd down and 9 from, let's call it, the 41.
And that was 24 Marquette Williams on the tackle.
Flags down, won't go anywhere. Looks like early movement on that right side for Cumberland Valley. They have 4 penalties on the night. It's a legal procedure on the Cumberland Valley Eagles. It's going to back them up to the 36-yard line.
Now, you know, if you're Central York, you're still in the game. It's only 14-7. You're still in the game. You don't have to really deviate from your plan much. Like I said, what's forcing them to deviate is the penalties. That's what's stopping them from doing what they want to do offensively.
Give us to Heisey. Heisey staying on his feet, coming up, making a tackle by Central York. It's number 34. That's Elijah Stroman. He's a sophomore. He's 5'7", 170 pounds. He also doubles as a running back linebacker. There's a good look at Heisey.
I tell you, I like this kid, man. I really do it. That award you have, I'm starting to like him for it.
All steel mill team.
Just tough kid, man. Just tough-nosed kid. And I swear, the Cumberland Valley seems to pump out these style athletes year after year after year. They all look the same. They all run the same.
That's right.
Just tough-nosed football. You
Very
slap
similar.
a different number on them, and they just seem to have one or two of these guys. And I guess you on that roster, they probably have 4 more guys coming up that's going to look just like him in a few years too.
Gilbert rolling out to his left, incomplete to Simmons. That's going to bring up a punting opportunity for Cumberland Valley, and another hold for Central York. A hold when they really needed it.
They definitely needed it, Todd. I mean, getting a hold here, because if you go down 21-7. Then the wing T really can go in the action because they don't have to worry about throwing the ball at all. They can just churn out yardage on you, and before long, you're down big against it, and you can't do anything about it.
And you know a lot about that having played under Rocky at Shippensburg.
Right. Well, in high school when I played, we were one of the few schools in our league that didn't run the wing T, so it was like every week we saw it. And then I ended up going to college and playing football at Shippensburg, and they ran the wing T. So, I mean, it was one of those things where I can't escape it. And the good thing was, you know, I got a good understanding of how to, because I was on defense, so I had a good understanding of what it was about. But just because you have an understanding doesn't mean you can stop it. So, you know, you got to have the players around. You can't just be one person. So, but you understood the concepts, and I probably got more of a tutelage under it when I went to Shippensburg, and you got a chance to see it in practice all the time and see the principles and see how it churns out yardage.
So, coaches, if you need any scouting help, that's Jerome Wing T Presley. Give him a call at Jerome at wingT.com. Is that what it is?
WingT.com. Oh, I'm not a wing T guru at all. I think the person you probably need to call, you know, and I would just say that would be, he probably know more, he tons more than I would ever know about the wing T would be the coach, Michael Whitehead. I mean, you know, he knows more about it than me. So he's been brought up in the wing T, and, you know, that's the thing. But, you know, it's a staple offense that you've seen a lot across Pennsylvania, especially in this area. I mean, a lot of teams run it. You know, Southern Columbia, Class A club up in the Coal region, they ran it to perfection at Class A level. So at every level, you've seen it. You just don't see it as much, you know, as you used to.
Handoff to Randall on the right side after the timeout. Central York came back on the field, penalty on the play. It was the illegal procedure, and now 2nd down and 9 set up for Randall, 2:34 to play. Make it actually 2nd and 8 and give Randall 2. Randall with actually 13 carries on 70 yards in the night. Make it 14 carries and 70 yards.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, this Cumberland Valley defense has really tightened up a little bit. You haven't seen much big gains at all. And look, once again, look at them swarming to the ball. They're all swarming to the ball, and that's what you want out of your defense.
Whole bunch of red jerseys, red helmets on the play. Ryan McGuire, the up man. Cumberland Valley come and make the initial stop on Randall. Give Randall no gain on that play, his 14th carry.
And that's downhill football from the defensive side.
3 possessions for Central York, 3 for Cumberland Valley in the second half. 1 TD, 1 out of the 3. TD drive set up by a punt return if you're just returning back to us. A punt block, excuse me. And Cumberland Valley has a 14-7 lead here, 1:40 to play. 3rd quarter action. Hose dropping back. He completes the pass, and I tell you what, a great ball. Max Hadelman, is that senior, 6 foot, 170 pounds with the catch. And that's going to move the chains. And, man, that's a big play. When you need a player to step up to make the play, Host throws a great ball on the line, wobbles a little bit, He
got hit.
And he got hit as he threw it,
smacked.
and he stayed in that pocket. Hiddleman come up making a catch.
And then
First down.
We can kind of count the shots that Hose is taking. Look at him. He stands tall in the pocket. That's what made that play successful. He stood tall in the pocket, saw the rush coming. All his fundamentals were intact. So whoever's teaching him how to throw the ball and play quarterback, that was perfect. He stared down the barrel, delivered a beautiful ball. Well coached, well timed, well thrown ball.
We have a timeout by Central York. More. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week. More after these messages.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars, we sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first, to be sure.
First down and 10. Hose back to pass with some time, but man, coming up making a great sack on the play. It's hard to block this kid. Number 84, Zachary Rowland, the senior, 6'2", 225, playing that defensive line. He came full blast and hit Hose square in his back.
It's about the fourth shot. We're tallying the shots on Hose, who's played valiantly at quarterback, but at the same time, he is really taking some shots. He's tried to deliver some, but he's taking some shots, and there he gets a big sack on his blind side, gets up, dusts himself off. He's still going strong. It's good to see that. Tough kid.
And Roland looks like a guy who definitely could play at that next level, too. A big kid, 6'2", 225.
And remember, the next level could be Division III football, could be Division II, could be the FCS or the football championship series, the old Division I AA and Division I.
Randall on the far sideline coming up make the tackle is Teague Spinelli. And Randall had a full blast steam ahead, and he is, like I said, continuing to be in workhorse. Called on a lot tonight for his 15th carry. He picked up another 5. That's 75 yards on the night for him.
And they definitely want to give him the ball. And again, they're not forced right now to go into a throw-happy game. They don't have to do that.
And after 3, Cumberland Valley 14, Central York 7. And really, this has been a great matchup. The momentum shifting now back in Cumberland Valley's favor. And what do you think was the difference? Is it the response defensively you're seeing?
Well, I think it was a combination of that, but what sparked it is Central York's penalties. They've made some really costly penalties at very difficult times where it really stopped their momentum. And then all of a sudden you see the turnover happen, or the punt block happen for Cumberland Valley. Momentum shifted, then Cumberland Valley kept that momentum. But even with that, Central York is still in the game.
4 seconds left on the clock, third quarter. Let's don't call it fourth quarter yet. They put 4 back on. Hose will have one more play here in the third quarter. Hose with the option, gives it to Randall, almost fumbled it. Coming up to make the play.
Good defense.
Is a host of Cumberland Valley Eagles. They'll have to continue making plays for that. This is the Invica Sports Game of the Week. More after these messages.
Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong mortgage lender. Call Tammy Zambito at Fremont Mortgage Funding at 717-855-2833 for a no-cost home mortgage consultation or second opinion regarding your home financing needs. Licensed by the PA Department of Banking. Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? Give Brandy Wagoner with Kelly Williams a call today. Born and raised in York County, she knows the South Central Pennsylvania area and can help guide you through all the aspects of the process. Call today at 717-542-2915.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To Dot Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
A fresh 12 minutes on the clock, fourth quarter action. 4th down and 5 for Central York. They're going to punt it. Updegraff looking up into the lights. Good catch it on the left. That's not actually Updegraff. That's 22 on the carry. That's Connor Long, the kicker, punter, receiving the short punt. And the ball set up on the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10, 11:49 to play for Cumberland Valley.
So definitely a big series again for Central York. If they want to stay in this game, they have to stop Central or Cumberland Valley from scoring. They cannot allow the Eagles to score. So they got to play defense. They've been playing tough defense. They've only given up 14 points against a very powerful Cumberland Valley team.
The give is to Heisey off the left side. And a big gain which is going to move the chains. And then you know what? You look what happens. Flags down on the play, and it's just a really, really not a heads-up play made by number 22, Miles Thomas. He got frustrated on Heisey's carry. Heisey, that's his 14th carry of the game. Heisey had a big gain, and then comes up and pushes him, and that's the stuff right there. They put 15 on it. You put another one on the clock, like you said, 21-7 with this wing tee. And that's a personal foul, 15 yards.
And again, he made a good play. I mean, Thomas comes up, he saves a touchdown, makes a good solid tackle. I mean, this was a good tackle on a bigger guy, and for him to do that, it just wasn't a good idea, and he gets the flag, tacks on 15. It was still, you still had it in control, and now you just put it in your territory, making that mistake.
20-yard gain for Heisey. The give is to Spinelli. Spinelli spins off and crosses over the 30-yard line, and now you're seeing a whole lot of guys get the touch now.
Right. You're seeing a lot of guys get the ball, and remember, Cumberland Valley keeps a lot of athletes that can run the ball, so that's not a problem at all, and it gives you a chance to spell those other two, give someone else a chance to carry the pill a little bit.
2nd down and 6, ball on the 30-yard line for Cumberland Valley. They're looking to knock on the door here. They can get up 21-7 with this wing tee. That might be really a tough hole to dig out of if you're Central York. McGuire on the give on the right side. McGuire, we've called his name a lot on defense tonight.
And it seems like, this is a good opportunity to give Updegraff and Heisey a breather. Give them a breather. They've been playing some solid football right now, and especially with Heisey, who goes both ways. So this is a nice opportunity. You're up, you're driving, you give him an opportunity. He just had a long game. Let him sit, get his breather a little bit, and he'll come in fresh when he's ready.
4-play drive. And you got movement flags down on the right side. Cumberland Valley, this is a tough one to go against you right now as you're knocking on the door.
Yeah, and that looks like Joseph Lutz, one of the linemen on that right side, jumped early, which would back up Cumberland Valley.
4 total possessions, 4 plays this possession. Negate that one. Offsides on the right side, movement. 3rd down and 6. Ball at the 25-yard line. The give is to Spinelli. Spinelli gets back to, it's called a no gain. He gets back to the line of scrimmage if that.
So now it's decision time.
It is decision time. 4th down here.
What do? You go for it, 4th at about 5, or that would be a significantly long field goal. It looks like they will try to go for it.
You've got momentum on your side. You've got all these factors weighing in. I mean, really, you have just total momentum shift. You've got Heisey. You've got Spinelli inside there. Give it to the workhorse. What do you say?
Definitely be interesting to see what happens here on this play.
Galbraith completes it to Heisey. Heisey across the 15-yard line, down to the 13-yard line, and Cumberland Valley's knocking on the door. Great play call. Just a little
very good play
nice,
call.
Right when you need it. Get the ball in the air.
Heisey comes from his fullback position, goes into the middle of the field, stops, and then he gets the ball delivered right to him. Well-designed play, because many times you don't see a running back or a fullback go right into the middle of the defense, right behind those linebackers, and he sits down. Very good pass play.
First down and 10, ball spot on the 14-yard line. And Cumberland Valley's going to call a timeout. Give the quarterback signals for the timeout with 9:05 to play. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week. There'll be more football after these messages.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars. We sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first, to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Heisey with the give on the left side. He's going to cross the 10-yard line. He's going to pick up about 4. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 coming up.
And there you go.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed
gun, and that's Heisey, who has, I just think he's having an exceptional game today on both sides of the ball. He established himself very well on defense, and he's just running real hard on offense. And right now, I tell you what, he's really showing that he can really do some damage in the run game.
How about 15 carries, 81 yards for Heisey tonight?
Very efficient night.
McGuire, he kept his feet moving, squared his shoulders, and the defensive player, I thought, has been very special on defense tonight. He's going to cross the market on the 7-yard line.
And McGuire, I think, has pretty good size, especially height. He's 6 foot, 180-pound senior, so he's one of the leaders of this club, too. Plays both ways. Again, had a really good defensive game as well. So these guys that you're seeing that are going both ways for Cumberland Valley, they're doing very well going both ways.
8 plays. Galbraith's going to keep it. Not much there. And, coming up making it, maybe redeemed himself a little bit. Miles Thomas coming up to make the tackle for Central York. Not a bad play call. 9-play drive here, and it's a clock-chewing drive, Jerome.
Well, it's now fourth down, and this would be a huge stop if Central York could stop this play. I mean, I know it's going to be hard, though, but it's something that if Central York could stop this play, this will be huge for them.
Look at this, full house backfield. Heisey, McGuire, and Heisey's going to keep it. He's going to pick up the first down. So you had a full house backfield with Spinelli, Heisey, and McGuire. That is a heck of a backfield when you see those 3 lined up.
You saw that offensive line just, they fired off the ball, and that's what you want to do. When you're undersized, it's not necessarily about overpowering, but it's about getting inside into that defender immediately. And that means firing off the ball at the snap, and you saw all the linemen do that.
And looking on the left side, he's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Heisey. That's his 2nd of the night, and man, oh man, that really might be the nail you put in the coffin here tonight. Simmons trying to make the tackle, but touchdown, Heisey.
Right.
And man, oh man, he's a special kid.
And I think the nail in the coffin is more because of the fact that Central York just has not been able to establish any consistent offense in this half, really, since halftime. They just haven't been able to do it. In the first half, they did a lot of it. It's just now they've shot themselves in the foot continuously, which stopped drives, killed momentum for them, and now they're down pretty significantly. And now you're in a situation where you're fighting not just against Cumberland Valley on the road, you're now fighting the clock.
The point after is good, 21-7. Cumberland Valley leads the Invica Sports Game of the Week. More after these messages.
Team, We fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars. We sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first. To be sure.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
10-play drive capping off the last touchdown by Heisey. 17 carries for 89 yards. Updegraff, his partner, 9 for 94. We haven't seen him much in that last. We didn't see actually Updegraff at all in that last 10-play drive. So I'm hoping everything's okay with him. We did not see him on the field. Maybe just getting a breather. Spinelli gave him a spin there a little bit, and then McGuire came in. They went full house backfield. Cumberland Valley 21, Central York 7. Here's a punt. It's going to roll by. They're going to be spotted at 10. It's going to back up. That does not help Central York. It's going to back them up.
Right, and that was just a kickoff return that just got away from the returner. And there you go. You're now backed up again. And then that was on the play, number 82, Zane Knob, who I thought has had a really good game up to this point. And there you go. You're now backed up. If you're Central York, your goal now is you have to put points on the board. You have 6 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game, and you have to put points on the board pretty quickly. So can this offense do that? Right now, Hose has been backing up the throw, and he's been getting hit.
Right. Central York, time of possession, it was in favor of them in the first half. They had 203 yards. Cumberland Valley had 145 first half yards. Time of possession now, second half, is favoring Cumberland Valley. Goes rolling to his left, and he's got a receiver. He completes the pass up over the 40-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle is the kicker and defensive back, 22. He's doing a lot tonight. Calling his name, that's Connor Long, the sophomore. He's 160 pounds.
And Max Handelman makes that catch, and I just thought, good throw, good design of a play, wide open, sits in that zone, good pass play.
Hose connects to Heidelman on that play. Second down, and for our first down and 10, ball spot on the 41-yard line. There's a give to Randall. Randall across the left side, and that's how you get him back real quick. Randall just running full speed ahead, but you know it was set up by the play action, and it followed through very well by Hose. If you see the look at Hose set that whole play up.
He did, and again, they got chunks of yardage, and that's exactly what you wanted. Chunks of yardage on the play, and Randall gets a lot of that. That's just like a big pass play downfield.
It's a 22-yard gain for Randall. That was his 16th carry. He's at 92. 16 carries on 92 yards, looking to go over 100 here. Hose is going to be wrestled down out of the shotgun formation there, coming up to make the tackle for Cumberland Valley. Number 78 on the play. That's Samuel O'Connor, junior, 6'3", 200 pounds.
And again, it just seemed like Hose stepped up when he really didn't have to, and he kind of stepped up right into the pressure in his face.
5:52 to play, and man, time is not on Central York's side here. Second and call it 13. Shotgun, look at the trips on the right. Randall is alone back to the left to give us to Randall across the left side. And Spinelli coming up to make the tackle, assisted by 81 on the play. That's Gregory Schreffler, the senior, 5'11".
Schreffler comes up and makes a brilliant play from that linebacker position.
Randall lost a few yards. Hose in a shotgun formation. Is Buddy Randall to his right. They're going to roll him right. He's going to stop and pop, and it's incomplete, overthrowing his receiver on the play. That was Cobb on the right side.
And that's where you see the different fundamentals. Many times if the ball sails high. I mean, your footwork is off.
Right.
And that means, sometimes you'll have a tendency to sail that ball high, and that's where that fundamentals you saw when his fundamentals were intact. I mean, he stared down the barrel of a rush in his face, delivered a solid ball on the rope. There you saw his footwork is a little different. He throws it high, and it sails on him on a deep out, which is probably one of the hardest throws to make as a quarterback at every level, because you need a lot of arm strength for that.
Ho's going to hold it, step up in the pocket. Man, coming over to make
Another
a great shot is Heisey.
Hose meet Heisey, and Hose is down for a little bit, and that's what we saw. He's taking a pounding. Now that time he got hit by Heisey. I mean, Heisey's one of the better tacklers here. He comes up and makes a stick tackle. That's 6 foot, 200 pounds, of steel coming at you, and that's what you got. Those solid shots on Hose is what you got to worry about, him being as small as he is.
Well, it's going to turn over on downs at 6 plays. Turnover on downs, giving the ball back to Cumberland Valley. Ball will be spotted on the 31-yard line with 4:49 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Now watch the wing tee at work. This is when the wing tee is really good. When you're up, team is tired defending you. Now you see them churn out some yards. Don't be surprised if something big happens.
The give is to Spinelli. Spinelli busting across the 40-yard line, and that's what happens. As you called it very well, Jerome, people get tired, they get the ball back, and then that wing tee just grinds you down, and it's almost punishable, if that's what you want to call it.
It can be. It can be. The key against any wing tee team, you want to get up early on them, and you want to try to take command of the game and begin to force them out of what they do, and that's making them pass the ball, making them try some different things that they don't normally practice. Now you're looking at the bread and butter of the wing tee right now. I mean, they're up, so they can do pretty much what they do, and then that is get those smaller linemen into your defense and let those running backs do their thing.
Spinelli gains 10 on the play. Ball spot on the 47-yard line, first down and 10 for the Eagles. The give to Spinelli. Spinelli picking up maybe one. Oh, he picks up two, give it to him, because he squares his shoulders away. A host of the Central York Panthers coming up, making the tackle.
So we got the Dauphin County hit parade. Now, mind you, again, legal hits, no hitting with the crown of the helmet, no hitting defenseless receivers or defenseless players, just solid Pennsylvania hard-hitting hit parade. And again, you're just seeing solid tackling, man, and fundamental solid tackling. Here it comes, boom. That's what you got. You got to come in, keep your head up, nice solid form tackle.
Up the graph, leading with the shoulder there on the play.
Oh, that's a stick right there. And even though it hurts, he's able to play another day. You didn't go for it. Wasn't a headshot. It wasn't something that was going to knock the guy out for 3 weeks. It was a solid hit. He still didn't catch the ball. You got the exact effect that you wanted within the hit parade by Dauphin County.
We want to thank Dauphin County for the hit parade. We want to thank Faulkner Honda and Faulkner Subaru for bringing this game, making this possible.
And you're seeing that clock chew, again, Central York is playing against the clock right now, and it's just not in their favor at the moment. I think they've played valiantly, though. To come in here and play the way they've played, they definitely had a chance and a shot to really do some good things, and at times shot themselves a little bit in the foot.
Spinelli gets the give up the middle. He's grinding it down now. Looks like it's going to be Spinelli and McGuire now in for Heisey, and up the graph, Heisey finishes with, call it 17 for 89 yards and 2 TDs. Up to graph 9 for 94 and a TD. And Cumberland Valley still marching. 2:37 to play. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line. 4th down and 4. It's going to bring the punting team on.
And while we're waiting for the punting team, I'll update you on some more scores. Greencastle Antrum's up 17-7 on Borland Springs. Cedar Cliff is up on Southwestern 16-13. Chambersburg 19-0 over Waynesboro. Bermudian Springs is up 48-20 on York Catholic. And the Central Dauphin Bishop McDevitt game, Bishop McDevitt is up 27-14. Redland is up 27-23. And Susquehanna Township is down 19-7 still in that game. And it's just across the region, just good football. West York is down against Dallastown, 35-0. DeLone Catholic, that powerhouse in Class A football, is beating York Technical 20-6. And Hershey is beating Elizabethtown 28-14. We also have Biglaville losing to Fairfield 47-28.
Cumberland Valley will have a 4th down and 4. They're going to bring in the punting team. Long is on to punt. 2:19 to play here. Cumberland Valley holds on to the lead, 21-7. It's a great shot of Connor. Long, his punt up.
Best punt of the day.
To the left, and that's not a bad punt for him.
Probably the best
ball
punt
is
of
going
the
to be
day,
spotted
man.
about the 11-yard line.
Very good punt.
Backing up Central York.
So we got about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game, and I think it was a well-fought game. I really do. I think both teams came in playing well. You saw the competition level, as we talked about, has increased from the previous week. And I think both teams really showed some good stuff in this game. Cumberland Valley really seemed to turn it out. And again, they didn't cause as many mistakes as they did the first week, where Central York, their biggest mistakes seemed to be penalties more than anything else.
Hose will have the ball backed up at the, let's call it the 13-yard line. 1st down and 10. 2 minutes to play. Hose looking downfield. It's going to be incomplete. His intended receiver was Randall. He slid on the ground. The ball hit on the ground, and it's incomplete, bringing up a 2nd down and 10, stopping the clock at 2:05.
Well, I'll tell you what, Randall, it's really going to be interesting to see what happens with him when he does leave Central York, and where, if he's able to pursue his football career somewhere else. I think he's a good, solid back.
Well, he's quick enough. You see him playing the defense. You see him lined up in different spots. I've seen him lined up at linebacker, outside linebacker. Looks like he can line up at the corners.
And I know with his size, I know a lot of the Division II schools, in the Pennsylvania, the PSAC conference, they would definitely be looking at him, and that's good football. That's where I played, and I tell you what, it was great football, and to see some of those schools, the Shippensburgs coming along, as one of the nationally ranked teams. They go against Shepherd tomorrow down in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, so that's going to be a nice game, down there.
Hose's pass is connected to Eimsweiler on the last. You saw the last replay. That's going to move the chains. 1st down and 10. Ball spot on the 25-yard line for Central York. Hose looking downfield, throwing a very nice ball. It's going to be incomplete. Actually, almost intercepted on the play.
And the cramp hits.
Knocked down by Gregory Schreffler, the senior. He's 5'11", 160 pounds. And Schreffler looked like he might have come up on that ankle and hit on that ankle. Let's take another look at it.
It could be cramping, but yeah, it could be more than that, though. I think his teammates seem to be a little bit more concerned.
Well, 1:51 to play, and
I think he's cramping.
Is it a cramp? Hopefully it's just a cramp. Yep. He's getting up. He's going to walk it off, and that's good to see. We don't want any injuries. We want to keep them all healthy here in this high school football season.
And I tell you what, they do hurt. Especially when you've been running all day, exhorted, really pushing the envelope of your body in the game, and you get to the end and you go on an all-out sprint, and your body tells you, you know what, you got to hydrate better.
You got to hydrate. All right, 2nd down and 10. Ball spot on the 25-yard line. Here comes the Central York offense out onto the field. Hose in a shotgun formation with this. As you see in your camera, actually flags are down. Let's see what the call will be. This one's going to go against Cumberland Valley. Yeah. Illegal substitution is the call. Ball we spotted on the 30-yard line. It's 2nd down 5, 1:51 to play here in the 4th quarter. Host on a ball, overthrows his intended receiver. It's going to be incomplete. His intended receiver, his favorite target, Eimsweiler. That's Zach Eimsweiler. He's a senior, 6 foot, 160 pounds. Is everybody weighing under 60 pounds tonight? What's going on?
No, I don't think it's everybody. I think, you figure you got these rosters are big. I mean, Central York has a big roster. They just got a lot of 160-pounders.
Well, Jerome, if you're going to go inside these numbers and go inside the grind, the wear down, who would be your call for the player of the game?
You know what? I have to say, for me, it would probably be Tyler Heisey. I think what he's done offensively on the ground has been great, and he's an Iron Man. He plays defense too, and he's had an amazing defensive game. So you're talking about an all-around game from Tyler Heisey. I just thought he was the Iron Man of the game today.
Tyler Heisey, number 35, he had 17 carries, 92 yards, 2 TDs tonight. Yep. He looks like he will be, and definitely, not only did he also made the all-steel mill team, and he's going to be our player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, and then we haven't even talked about defensively what he's done. I mean,
defensively, he has over 10 tackles tonight.
Yeah, he was all over the field, got a chance to smack hose a little bit, the quarterback. So I just thought he was just a great player. I really enjoyed watching him play, and the entire game, both teams. But I tell you what, hard-nosed football from this kid, and if he gets a shot to play at the next level, I think he's going to be a good player for any team out there in college football.
4th down and 5 for Central York. Looking downfield, the ball's going to be almost. It was just thrown really up for grabs, and it was almost intercepted by Yale Josephine, the junior. He's 5'10", 165 pounds.
Now, if I had a backup player of the game, I would go with probably the entire Cumberland Valley offensive line.
That's a great call.
An undersized group, but I think an undersized group that definitely showed that they play big. And Cody Bryce Meiser, sorry about that, Cody. Brett Wagner, Joshua Evans, Joseph Lutz, and Matthew McCann. I mean, these guys I thought had a really good game. They're the oil in that wing team, man. They keep it going. They're the engine that keeps it going. So I have to say that offensive line has done a great job. Very well coached team. We've seen it again. We talked about it in the pregame, and they come out on top. And again, the Mid-Penn Commonwealth, they have to be ready to come in here and play this tough team. And again, this is that team that when you look on the schedule, like, oh yeah, next game, we got another game next week. You see CV, you know you're in the game.
That's right.
You got, oh shoot, we playing CV. This is not going to be a cakewalk.
That's right.
And so I think they're ready. They're oiled up and ready to roll.
Heisey got the carry. He's over. Make it 98 yards. Make it 99 yards for 18 carries, 99 yards. Or actually, they spotted him one more. That's going to put him over 100 yards. That's going to give him 100 yards on the night. And he's also our player of the game. Clock is winding down. 28 seconds, 25 seconds to play. And Cumberland Valley is going to go on and be 2-0. Central York's going to fall 1-1 on the season. Cumberland Valley looks like they're really gearing up for Commonwealth matchups. They're going to have a lot of big ones this year. Central Dauphin looking tough in a tough, hard-fought game against Bishop McDevitt tonight.
Yeah,
Flag on the play.
I think
there
are going to be many. I think the games, pretty much are going to be just good games. You're looking at CD East and what they're able to do. And what they've done to Susquehanna Township, it looks like today they may have an opportunity to pull that win out. You're looking at Central Dauphin, who it looks like they may lose the game tonight to Bishop McDevitt, but Bishop McDevitt's the ranked number 2 team in the state in AAA. So for them to lose that game, they've been in it. And people better start talking about Chambersburg. Chambersburg is the team that they just seem like they're running on all cylinders. And they're definitely going to be a team to reckon with in that Commonwealth as well. So I think there's just a lot. Some other scores that we didn't call before. Steel High is up on Elko Big 25-6. Warwick is up 21-10 on Conestoga Valley. Palmyra and Mullensburg is 7-7. Peckway Valley 15 and Kutztown 12. Eastern York 13, York Suburban 0. And that's the game here.
Cumberland Valley takes the knee to the final play of the game. They win this one tonight, 21-7. You're watching the Invica Sports Game of the Week presented by ABC 27, Faulkner Honda and Faulkner Subaru. We'll be back with post-game wrap after these messages.
Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong mortgage lender. Call Tammy Zambito at Fremont Mortgage Funding at 717-855-2833 for a no-cost home mortgage consultation or second opinion regarding your home financing needs. Licensed by the PA Department of Banking. Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? Give Brandy Wagoner with Kelly Williams a call today. Born and raised in York County, she knows the South Central Pennsylvania area and can help guide you through all the aspects of the process. Call today at 717-542-2915.
It's almost here. The construction of the newly designed Faulkner Subaru on Paxton Street is almost complete with many upgrades you'll definitely love.
And to celebrate, get an amazing deal on a new Subaru.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $195 a month for 36 months. Lease a 2013 Impreza Sport for $214 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru.
Coming soon to Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
Or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Meatball, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Team, we fought all year, and there's no need to stop now. We don't just sell cars. We sell an entire experience to everyone that walks through those doors. There's a lot of Honda dealers out there, but we are Faulkner Honda. Before, during, and after the sale, we'll make sure that every customer is taken care of. Our sales and service teams will go the extra yards for them. Let's get out there. Let's find the right Honda for them, and let's make it affordable, because we are family first. To be sure.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
Welcome back. Cumberland Valley 21, Central York 7. Tyler Heisey's our player of the game. 18 carries, 101 yards, 2 TDs. He had 3 last week. That's 5 on the year. Tyler up to grab 9 carries for 94 yards and 1 touchdown. And on the other side, you got to give hats off to Brian Randall, 15 carries, 97 yards. We saw really the wing tee just kind of take over, the momentum shift in the second half. Jerome, talk a little bit about what Cumberland Valley was able to do to wear really Central York Panthers down that second half.
Well, I think they got helped out with penalties again from Central York, making some key mistakes on 2 drives, and those mistakes resulted in the momentum shift. And once the momentum shifted, you saw the wing tee churn it out. I mean, you got to give Central York credit. Central York, they really were able to hold the wing tee at bay at times. I think they couldn't, it was difficult to do the whole game, but they were able to hold that running game at times very well defensively. But, when you give opportunities to Cumberland Valley and you keep giving them the ball back and you keep making mistakes, you're going to end up in a situation where you're going to have a hard time winning the game, and that's exactly what happened. But hats off to Central York. They came the long way from York, and they played a heck of a game against a very good Cumberland Valley team. And we talked about the coaching of both clubs. They just did great jobs, great game, and I think it really does well for both of them in the league, in the leagues they're in.
Well, as you see, 7 on the board, and I thought right in the first half, you take a look at what Cumberland Valley was able to do. This one will go to Heisey. Heisey, full house backfield, and he's our player of the game. But take a look at him, just how he grinds over, just He's the Penn Dutch Furniture player of the game. He goes over to the left side. Here's Heisey's second touchdown. That was 2 yards, squares up shoulders and scores. He went for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. He has 5 on the year, 18 carries for 101. And then the lone touchdown by Zane Knobb was a TD on the halfback pass for Central York from Colin George to Knobb, setting up their touchdown. It was 7-7 knotted at halftime, and then Cumberland Valley came, set up a really nice touchdown on a block punt. They went up 14-7, really had some good defensive stops, took over offensively, and just grinded it out to go up 21-7.
Yep. And I just think it was just a good, solid game. And again, we talk about what's going to happen for both of these clubs moving forward. Game 2 is out the way. Now we look at Game 3. Game 1 is the first adrenaline game. It's the first game of the season, the pageantry of the first game of the season, where a lot of mistakes can happen. Game 2, you work on correcting the Game 1 mistakes to make yourself better. Game 3 is really about honing what you do and begin to try to dictate what your season is going to be like. And I think for Cumberland Valley, they're going to try to go in and steal one. They got I believe Bishop McDevitt next week, and that's going to start their play Commonwealth Division, which is going to be big important for them. And like I said, I believe any team is beatable on any given day. So as good as Bishop McDevitt is, you have to go into that game and play tough.
This was your Invica Sports Game of the Week. Cumberland Valley 21-7. And just looking back at some of the great plays, this up to graph, he had 9 carries for 94 yards. He went plus 21 on the right side, and he left the secondary. I mean, he really can air it out.
He really did. He took off.
Just take another look. Just makes a cut back, bounces it out to the right side. Boop!
He was
gone.
He was at top speed on step 5.
I agree. I saw him running in our opening of the night. And then here's Colin George hooking up with Zane Knobb. The ball bounced around. He gets into the pylon. That made it 7-7.
And that was I thought that was a brilliant play call.
Great play call.
Cumberland Valley just really didn't see that coming. And I thought that the timing was great. They needed to score. Good play call by the coaching staff.
And then this is why he was the Dutch Furniture player of the game. And there's Heisey going off the left side for 2 and coming back going off the left side for 1. Setting up 2 touchdowns, 18 carries, 101 yards, and he was our PA Dutch Furniture player of the game. And Cumberland Valley, we saw a nice one here tonight, a beautiful night. And I just can't understand how fast the high school football season, once it gets started, we're in week 3 coming up.
Yeah.
We've got great matchups all year long. Invica Sports will be bringing you great matchups. I'm excited that we get the opportunity to call these, Jerome, and we're looking forward to some really good football. And as you said, it's like a fine wine. As age comes along, so does experience, and the game's getting closer. Anything can happen.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to the upcoming matchups.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to them as well. I just think, again, that the separation between the teams, especially when you get into league play, becomes very important. And then you start jockeying as we get closer to the end of the season, start jockeying for position for playoff possibilities. So, I think when you look at the landscape of football in this area, central Pennsylvania area, from York, you have the Lancaster area, then you have the Harrisburg area, then you can't forget about the Chambersburg area. It's just good football, good solid football, and again, the fans are coming out. I mean, you looked at this stadium today. Cumberland Valley had this entire fan base out on their home side, and it's a large venue, and just it was great to see that. You look at across the region, just big games played tonight, and you'll see it on Friday Night Football tonight, where you get a chance to see some of the highlights. And I definitely encourage anybody that didn't get a chance to get out, or they were just focused on one game, go get on TV and check out Friday Night Football, and check out Greg Mason, the team over there, and look at them kind of show you what has happened in the region tonight football-wise. We tried to give you some of the scores, but there was a lot that happened.
As we said in the beginning of the night, 1954, they began playing football here. Now we're at Harry Chapman Field. 15 league titles, 10 district titles, and 1 state title. And tonight that goes to the Cumberland Valley Eagles. They win 21-7 over Central York. This was your Invica Sports Game of the Week. I'm Todd McCall for Jerome Presley, for Chad Edwards and the whole production staff. We're going to bring you more matchups continually every Friday night. There will be a lot of action. Tune in to Invica.net on YouTube to watch these games televised live. I'm Todd McCall, Jerome Presley. Good night.
Please together for the Cumberland Valley Farm.